What's up, guys? Just here to break down and go over a few fights over the UFC 306 main event tonight. I'm going to start off with a fight I'm very, very highly anticipating on, and it's Valentina Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. I have just recently watched both the first and second fight twice each over the last 3 days now, so I've kind of got it stuck in my head, and it's a very, very competitive fight, man. Both fights were. We know what happened in the first fight. I think Valentina was edging it out just a tiny bit on Alexa. It wasn't like a big difference, but she was definitely edging it out against Valentina. I mean, against Alexa Grasso until Grasso was able to catch her on that spinning back kick and take her back, which was wild, man. That was a very, very fast back take. I mean, not too often do you see Valentina throwing a spinning back kick and getting caught on her back like that. I mean, it's never happened. She's never been beaten other than Amanda Nunes. She's looked dominant against every other girl. So for Alexa Grasso to finally step up to the plate and be the first girl to actually give her some competition, it's nice to see. I'm a big Shevchenko fan. I was going for her both fights. Definitely going for her again tonight. I just like her style. She's just so good, man. She's been so dominant for so long. And like I said, she's just good everywhere. She can strike with you. She can grapple with you. She can clinch with you. She has a decent submission game. She can knock you out. You've seen the head kick with Jessica I. You've seen what she did to Jessica Andrade with the grappling. She just dominated her. And, yeah, man. Grasso, though, is very impressive. And don't forget, she came down from 115, so she's up a weight class from what she started at. And it took her to finally get to that. I guess going down to the weight class she was at was killing her on the weight cutting wise, and she wasn't able to perform. But now that she's able to stick with the weight on, she looks really, really good. She looks strong. And, yeah, she's given Valentina two great fights. The second fight, though, I'm going to go ahead and say it. The first fight was amazing. Good finish by Grasso. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. No controversy. But that second fight, man, I really do feel like Valentina won 3 of the 5 rounds. And I feel like Grasso won 2 of them. But for some reason, they gave Grasso a 10-8. And like I said, it's been 3 days now. Over the last 3 days, I've watched this fight twice, both of them. And the second one, I really, really was key on because I wanted to find a 10-8 round. I really wanted to see it. And guys, there was no 10-8 round in that fight. There was never a 10-8 round. There was never a time where she was just completely dominating Valentina for 5 straight minutes. I mean, a 10-8 round, you got to really, like, drop somebody a couple times, 2-3 times, like, actually have them in danger dropping them and getting close to finish the fight. Or you're on their back for 4.5, 3.5, 4 minutes and landing good strikes and threatening with submissions, or just being on top and control, landing little strikes for 3 or 4 minutes. That can be maybe a 10-8. But since we're on a damage-based system now, where grappling still counts, of course, grappling is always going to count and always matters. Still more than damage sometimes, it seems like, obviously. But, yeah, guys, Valentina was never damaged enough to be 10-8'd in a round ever in that fight. It's absolutely insane, and it's really no surprise with these judges. You know how the judges are, man. It could have been the same way against Valentina on any given night where she could have got the 10-8 round. It's just the judging's so off sometimes, man. It's really awful. And I hope they really start cracking down sooner or later because it's kind of getting ridiculous at that point, you know. But anyways, I do think that Valentina edged that out barely. I think they should have gave her that win. But then again, you know, she has to be more aggressive and going for the finish too. Like Grasso's been saying through the embedded blogs and all the lead up and interviews to the fight, that Valentina tends to sit back on her foot and be more of a counter striker and kind of walk backwards and let you come to her more than go for the fight and go for the finish and go for the win. And I feel like this week, tonight, we're going to see a much, much bigger and better improvement out of Valentina as far as the grappling. I know she was able to have success with the grappling in both fights here and there, but she was never able, besides one round, I think it was round 2 in the second fight, she was able to actually hold her down for a couple minutes and control her and actually do have some success there. But other than that, Grasso has been able to get taken down, yes. Valentina's had some nice shots when Grasso's overcommitted and given up the takedown, but she's been able to work her way back up without taking a lot of damage or being threatened by submissions, other than, like I said, that second round in the second fight where Valentina had her down and submitted a rear naked of her own and transitioned to the armbar, and a little crazy round right there for Valentina as far as the grappling goes. But I feel like she has to implement that more and find a way to not only take Alexa down and, like, establish the takedowns early, but secure her there. Getting the takedown is cool and all. If you can get it 3 or 4 times in a round, Yeah, it's good for the judges in the eyes of that, but is it really good for your mental? Like, how many times can you take this girl down and she just gets right back up, you know? Compared to when you're Valentina and you look at the last 5 years of competition, she's taken a girl down and held her down at will. I mean, there's been no competition for her, especially with the grappling. Now she likes to stand too. That's the thing. She can do everything. She's just great everywhere. So the fact that over the last few years she's been able to dominate the competition like nothing, and now to see Grasso not only be able to hang with her in the stand up and actually outstrike her a lot of the times in boxing exchanges, but able to overcome the control and the grappling from Shevchenko and reverse her own grappling exchanges and go for her own submissions and choke out Shevchenko. So yeah, it's a crazy matchup, man. I expect it to be a war. I expect it to go to a decision again. I just feel like Valentina is going to make it a little bit more non-debatable. No questions asked. She's going to win this fight. I think she gets it 3 to 4 rounds, and she takes it home. Uh, I know she's saying Mexican Independence Day might affect the judging because if it goes to the scorecards and they might give her the edge, like they kind of did last time with the 10-8. But it wasn't Mexican Independence Day then, and it happened. So I really do think that Shevchenko will be focused on the finish. But even without the finish, I think she does enough with her grappling and especially that jab. If she continues to work that jab out like she did last fight, she's gonna have a lot of success. Uh, yeah, I think she's gonna get it done, guys. I got unanimous decision by Shevchenko. So, if you guys got any other comments or disagree with my pick, let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and come back for more.